Okay, let's create vents on a curved surface. Therefore, I will create a sphere. So something like this. And I don't need the whole sphere, I just need the half of it. So therefore, I will cut it with the line. So select the cylinder, press C for cut, select the line. And in object mode, select the lower half and the line. Delete the face at the bottom in face mode with Shift X. And again in face mode, select this surface, create an isoparam curve. We will need it for later. And you can snap the isoparam curve to this x-axis. So much for the sphere for now. Now let's create the actual shape which we will use for cutting vents into this sheet. So look from the top view, create the center circle with Shift C, duplicate it with Shift D, create a line with Shift A, and it should start at this snapping point along the x-axis, snapping it to this edge. The second one should start here at the top of the first center circle and snap to this second center circle. Press OK. Let's trim the stuff we don't need. Okay. Now we should have a shape which consists of 4 curves. These 4. Select all of them, press J for join, scale it down, pressing S twice. Make something like this, that's okay, that's completely fine. Project this curve onto the sheet with the place menu. While this sheet is selected, press Ctrl D for activating the place command. Grab this curve from its center, bring it to this sheet, and snap it to this isoparam curve which we have created previously. And here are a couple of options. Play with this X up, Y up, Z up, pressing X. That looks better. Let's see what Y gives us. No. Z also wrong, so X was okay. Let's go with X. Click on somewhere here on this isoparam curve. We are still in the place mode. Let's rotate this curve with angle, so press A. Let's rotate like this. If you press Ctrl while rotating, you can snap it to 5-degree steps. And we want to bring it to 90 degrees. And with S, we can play with the scale. Press S. And make something like this. Yeah, I guess that's okay. And if you press now enter, we are still in the place mode. And we can keep on placing copies of the one which we have edited with all its adjustments. But we don't need the second one, we just wanted this one. So therefore we press escape for getting out of this place command. And now in face mode, select the curve which we have placed, press E for extrude, and now we can extrude the solid, but I would like to extrude in both faces, so therefore I press tab for lock distances, and look what happens. Boom, we can extrude in both directions, that's what I want. Let's look from the front view. And now we will array this, then we will use these as cutters for punching in holes. You could have also created a cut with imprint. There are a bunch of options, but I wanted to create a solid which I can then use for Boolean cuts. Okay, now in front view, let's array this guy. Look for radial array and snap the array to the center. We want to have 4 of them, so we will punch in 4. Play with the degrees. I will first type in 90. I want to array it on the other side, so I punch in -90. And I want to lower the distance between each part. So again, I play with this degree. -20 looks good. We will use these radial array settings later on again. Keep in mind that we have -20 degrees, number 4. And the pivot is here, the center. Press OK. And in solid mode, select this sheet. Press Q and box select these 4 solids from right to left. And by default, you will make a difference Boolean. Press OK. And let's clean up our scene. We don't need these curves. We can delete them. F, redundant, delete redundant topology. We can also get rid of this isoparam curve which we have created at the beginning. Okay, now we have our holes and we can start with the actual vent surfacing. Therefore, I will select this line, the lower edge from the first hole. Let's look from the front view. If we press O, it gives us an error. We cannot offset this edge. We have to extract a curve pressing Shift D. Let's offset that one, pressing O. And here you can drag along this arrow for making your offset. I think that looks okay, something like this. And we will loft this edge with this curve. But before lofting, I would like to have the same length for this curve like I have for this edge. So therefore, let's look from the top view, create a line, and the line should start here at this snapping point where this edge starts along the x-axis, so parallel to the x-axis. Do the same on this side. We will use these lines as cutters. So select this guy, this offset curve, top view, F, cut curve. Don't confuse it with cut. We will use cut curve. Select the first line as a cutter, shift select the second one, press OK. Now we can delete the stuff we don't need. The cutters and this exceeding parts of this offset curve, delete them. And now this offset curve has the same length as this edge. And if we run a loft after selecting both, pressing L, we get this shape. Let's look from the front view. We want that the curvature is exactly the opposite, that it goes like this. This automatic loft won't help us. I will say escape. I select this offset curve, E for extruding a sheet out of this offset curve. And we will use this edge of this sheet which we have just extruded for running the loft. I select these edges, but this time I cannot select this edge because there is still that curve from which we have extruded this sheet. But in Plasticity there is a cool trick. If you press Ctrl Shift and click on this edge or this curve, Plasticity asks you, what do you want to select? This curve or the edge of this sheet? So we are selecting this one and we shift select this edge. L for loft, we get this situation. We want that this edge remains at G0. So I click on it until I have G0 here. Let's look again from the front view. This curvature looks too flat. I want to have G1 continuity on this side, but I want to have a rounder curvature. Therefore, I press D for tension. You can play with this shape, with this curvature, and I think that looks okay. And I press OK. We could simply select these two edges, press L for loft, G0 on this side and G1 on this side for running the loft and call it a day. But again, I don't like this curvature which is created automatically. Therefore, I will create a guiding curve. So if I go to control point mode, it will be the connection of this control point, of this curve which we still have, and this control point of this curve which we have extracted from this edge. So select both control points in control point mode, press L for loft. Here we want to have a G1 continuity and here G0. And here you can see that this guiding curve will give us a better curvature. And again, select this edge and this one, press L for loft and select this as a guiding curve. It gives you an error because it can't handle this G1 continuity on both sides with this guiding curve. But we want to have a G0 continuity for this one anyhow. So I say OK. And in solid mode, let's mirror this one to the other side. I know that this is the y-axis, so I can press Alt-X, Y right away. Alt-X, Y. Here you can see that it is mirroring. And since this whole situation is here at the middle, at the center, and symmetrical, we can mirror comfortably. We don't need this sheet any longer, we can delete it. And we can join these three sheets. Select all three, press J for join. Let's look from the front view again. We will array it with the same parameters we arrayed the Boolean cutters. F and look for radial array. Use again this center as the pivot. I had 4 arrays, so that's okay. But I had minus 20 degrees. So if you remember, we had something like minus 90 and we squeezed it for closing this gap. And minus 20 was our final value. And you can see that they fit perfectly. And now we select all 4 vents and this sheet. Press J for joining them. And now they are all one piece. Alt select this edge for selecting the edge loop. Press Shift J. Let's patch them. Shift J, G0 continuity, all 4 of them. And I will delete these curves. I don't need them. And here, Alt, select, Shift J. Okay. Next step is thickening the sheet. With the sheet selected, I look for thicken. So F, thicken. If I thicken to the inside, it gives us an error. Phase check failed. So let's thicken to the outside. And we want to keep everything quite thin. That's why I won't exaggerate like this. So a slight thickness will do the job. Something like this. Or even less. That looks okay. And I can here even punch in a round value. Let's say 0.01. That's okay. Say okay. Next step is deleting these sheets. These 3. The sheets of these 3 vents. So let's deactivate the X-ray mode. Face mode. Delete this outer sheet of the first vent and the inner sheet. And do this with these 2 sheets as well. But here, for the first sheet, we will select this face. Press O for offset. And now we can offset something like this. Okay. Delete this inner sheet. Pressing Shift X. And we will offset here as well. Again, select that inner sheet and press O for offset. And again, make something like this. It can have the similar thickness as this outer sheet. Press OK and delete this inner sheet, center sheet, Shift X. And in edge mode, select this lower edge of this inner sheet and drag it up. So something like this will do the job. And again, in edge mode, select this sheet which we have dragged up and the edge of this outer one, and then simply loft with G0. Now we have both sheets, and sometimes it's easier to select sheets from the outliner, which I will do now. And I press J for join, and in edge mode, Alt select this edge loop, which I close with the patch hole command, pressing Shift J with G0 continuity. Press OK. And now I can select these 2 edges, fillet them with B, D. D is for getting straight away to the fillet instead of messing around with chamfer. That's why I always say BD in my videos. That looks okay. Now I will select the faces which I have created now. This one, this whole edge loop. So let me show you how I select. First select this one, the first sheet. Then I press Alt and Shift for adding this face loop to my selection. And I Shift select this inner face. Now my selection is ready. I press Alt J for unjoining these. And let's look from the front view. Select this sheet, which we have unjoined from this whole sheet. And again, radial array them with the same parameters. F, radial array. Select this center as the pivot point. 4 is okay. Minus 20 was our degree for positioning them perfectly. And that looks good. I say OK. I select all these sheets and the big one. And if I press J for join, I get a solid. The only thing we need to do now is filleting. So I select these 4 edges. BD. Give them small fillets. Then I loop select this edges at the bottom, BD, and I loop select the edges here, these outer edges. Okay, BD. Okay. The last 4 edge loops, these inner ones, which won't be visible. We don't even need to edit them. BD. Okay. And if we hide the edges and look here with this shader, we have a cool filleted vent. So you might ask, what if when I want to have 20 of them? Do I have to do all these repetitive things? In that case, we can work on one and radial array it. So let's try that one as well. Okay, I will slice this and I will cut this part out of this whole solid. Let me first duplicate the solid. Shift D. I will Control G, put one into another group and call it backup and deactivate it just in case I mess up. Before starting the slicing, I would like to rotate this one, pressing R. V for changing the pivot. I bring it to the exact center and I press R again. Bring this one to here. So I rotate it so that I stop between two vents. Okay, and now I create a line and I will use that line as a cutter. So I press Shift A, click on this axis, come to the center. Tap twice to get to the degree value. This one, 8 is too much. 6 looks better. I will go with 6 degrees. Now let's select this one, the solid. C for cut. Select this line as a cutter or this V shape. Press OK. Let's show the edges so we see what we are doing. Delete these. Let's hide this curve. And if we now radial array it, look for radial array. And use again the center as the pivot. 360 divided by 6 is 60. So we type in 60 and we leave this degrees at 360. We have the whole loop. Now I will select all these solids and union boolean them. Before doing such an operation, I would highly recommend to save just in case your machine explodes. So let's try. Let's select all of them and press Q twice. For running a union boolean, and I say OK, and I let Plasticity calculate. So it didn't do the union boolean. Let's do it in chunks, not all at once. So press Q twice, and again, that works. Here again, Q twice. Now let's join all 4 of them. Let's join these two. All 4 of them didn't work. This works, and now let's join these 2 halves. That worked as well. And as you can see, we can create this vent thing, whatever it is. It's a watertight solid in a matter of seconds, and you can put as many vents as you want by simply cutting one slice and radial arraying it. Thanks for watching and peace!